Good morning. I don't know what's wrong with some people here, but I tell you this right now. Cuomo's got to be the stupidest man running government. Now, you see a lot of people making comments. You see fake news, as people want to call them. I wouldn't even call them fake news. To me, they're not fake news. I have to be totally honest. They're the new propaganda machine for communists. No better than what Hitler put out there before. That's what CNN and them are. So we got that point straight. Anybody that manipulates the truth to the vision of their eyes is not a news reporter. They're a commentator. Commentators, like what I am doing now, putting out my opinion, have the equality to manipulate the words to fit their narratives. Does not mean it's the truth. So let's get that point straight. Now, as you've seen, they keep blaming everybody else for what is happening, even though it's their own rhetoric that they're putting out on TV that's fueling it, because they actually thought it was going to help them. If people see enough violence and destruction, maybe they'll cry like they've been crying to the Democrats to take things. That's how they get your guns. Let's keep schools gun free. So we're going to tell everybody there ain't no guns allowed at these schools. So that's the only place that a gunman who wants to go and hurt people and not be stopped can go and hurt people. What's that going to do? It's going to make you cry to say, please take the guns, to violate the Second Amendment right. Manipulating the rules. That's what they do. Now, when it comes to Cuomo, don't ask me. This is supposed to be a billionaire with brains. Where he got them, from the Cracker Jack box, I don't know. Maybe he's still looking for that Coupe de Ville in there. What do I say? I'm a DJ. I can't help it. But, anyways, he made the comment. The President of the United States can't walk into New York. And bodyguards, he would need an army. Gotta be the stupidest comment I ever heard somebody make. Not only is he inciting riots, not only is he inciting the people to stand up and fight the people that dislike Donald Trump, which he'll try to manipulate and blame it on Donald Trump because he's a coward. Come on. He can't even tell you why he murdered over 11,000 elderly in homes. Okay, and everybody says, well, why would he have to do something like that? There's no motive. Simple. Motive, state's about broke. Just like for my wife, very healthy, very unhealthy, has 6 different major diseases. Medical bills are crazy. What we have to put out, and just co-payments breaks a family. What they're paying out to help us to even keep her alive, it's there. Estimate that every day by Cuomo's order to put covert people into these homes and not be able to refuse them or test them to see if they were sick was meant to do one thing and one thing only: help the budget and eliminate a cost-bearing system that is draining them. In other words, there is 11,000 people that ain't going to be using none of those services, which saves him a couple $100 million. Plain out simple, he genocide the elderly to save money. It's not no difference than what they're pushing for your pro-life. Your pro-life is not there to help women's rights. That's a manipulation. That's a lie. Okay? It was there for the same reason that Planned Parenthood was made from the founder. To genocide the poor, the weak, the helpless. In other words, to help keep all the immigrants and people of color in a low population by wiping out 3/4 of their population before they're even born. Point blank. If you don't believe me, just look up the person who started it. Color racist, that's all it was, who wanted genocide for them people because they didn't want to pay for them later. Okay, so now we got that all point straight out. Get back to the original comment that he made. Need an army. Okay. First off, he's the president of the United States. Okay. Congress has control of the United States Army, the United States Navy, the United States Air Force, the United States Marines are Donald Trump's personal army. That's why you got 2 guards that guard the White House. Got it? They stand there in Washington, D.C. They guard the White House. The president gets on Marine One to go to the Air Force jet. Got it? The Marines are his personal protector and army that he is allowed to place anywhere in the world for 3 months without Congress permission. That's what they're for. So, we got that point straight out. So, Cuomo, to your stupid comment that you made, he's already got an army. You see, that's what you wish you had, and that's why you Democrats are trying to pull these games that you do. But come on, man, quit thinking that you're so damn mighty and high righteous, okay? Just like you murdered your elderly, okay? People don't want you murdering their cities or being murdered in your cities because you don't want to protect them. Point blank. Okay? And if you can't protect the people of the United States that are living in your city, you do not get federal money from the United States people. Okay? This bull that the government has got going on in their head, they're not here to tell us what to do. People got to get this through their head. It's the people, by the people, for the people. The people are in charge, not Cuomo. He's just filling the job that he is refusing to do. You do not pay people that are refusing to care for their citizens so they can line their pockets. Point blank. He's nothing but a murderer who's trying to figure out another way to murder more people to get rid of them. Because let's face it, it's the only way that they can fix their state. Everybody's leaving. Bills are still coming up way too high. They're not allowing you to work. They're literally shutting down everything. Think about that opposite. They're Democrats, communists, who are purposely shutting down everything that they possibly can to destroy whatever future you may have so they can order you the future they want you to have. And that's where this is all wrong. They never had no power other than what you, the people, gave them. Now there might be some idiots and some radicals and some communists coming out of these colleges, from these colleges people that take, which they're still stupid. You know, like Nancy and Chuck Schumer and Cuomo and all them, they actually think that they're going to be the ones running it. They're so stupid they don't even know that they're giving the power to the elitist professors that are running these colleges, because they're the ones that are teaching the kids. So more or less, they're just bowing to these communist socialists that are running to the schools. Small group of people. The rest of us are still Democrats and Republicans living in a society that is not for group growing. It is for the individual growth of the human being that chooses how he wants to live or die in this country. Point blank. We came and took this country from the Indians, immigrated here, and made this country just for one reason only. Just so we would never be a socialist or a totalitarian or a monarchy society. In other words, just so that the one individual, even though if you like his stance or not, still has that right to live a happy life here in the United States. Why don't we start respecting other people's rights to pick what makes them happy? Respect that your opinion is made for you. You listen to both sides if you choose to, because a lot of people don't. They only listen to one. And then you make a decision that's best for your family and your life. And you never have the right to force on somebody else. Somebody else may agree with you. Somebody else may want to live that kind of life with you. Perfectly fine. But it is not their right to tell you how to live. If you don't start standing up and fighting for your freedoms, and if you don't start calling out these murderous, socialist, communist Hitlers all through this country who feel that they are empowered to do whatever they want, but you must do what they tell you. I mean, that's the system that we got right now. Never thought I'd see it in the United States of America. God bless all of you. God bless some of you that will watch this and listen to it. But please, for God's sake, fight for your individual right to be free. Because if not, it's your children that will never have that chance to make that choice for themselves and their families. And that's what this is all about. Sorry, Cuomo. The army is his. You're just stupid murderer. And that's all you'll ever be. Bye-bye.